Hello story lovers, welcome to Nana's Fairy Tales where we'll share amazing and enchanting stories. So today we'll be learning the story of Manari, the reincarnation of his ancestors. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel and give us a thumbs up. Also turn on the notification bell to get notified when we post another amazing story. Ready? Let's go. In a remote region deep inside the heart of the Amazon jungle lived a small indigenous kid called Manari. Manari was part of the Tucano tribe, noted for their strong connection to nature and their ancient customs. From a very early age, Manari was taught the customs of his people, the value of the rainforest, and the tales of his ancestors. One day, while traveling deep into the forest with his tribe, Manari came across a fascinating old tree with exquisite carvings that no one in his tribe had ever seen before. As he inspected the engravings, he felt an unexplainable connection to them, as if they contained the secrets of his history. One day when he was traveling into the center of this jungle to search for meat, a voice called him Kwame. He turned but couldn't see anybody. He resumed his trek again and the same voice hailed him Kwame the great warrior. He turned again for the second time but saw no one. Manari grew restless and questioned himself. He thought about the connection he could have with this Kwame, but answers were not coming. Manari soon started experiencing vivid dreams about a remote African hamlet, where a small child called Kwame was born into a wealthy culture, surrounded by a loving family. Back in the Amazon jungle, Manari couldn't escape the idea that he was somehow linked to Kwame's narrative. He began on a mission to learn the truth, trekking deep into the jungle to seek advice from the ghosts of his ancestors. Through a series of visions and interactions with old spirits, he learned that he was actually linked to Kwame, a distant ancestor who had been wrenched from his African origins. He questioned his father one day whether he knew someone named Kwame, because he was persuaded that Kwame had something to do with his ancestry. His father told him the tale of a guy in their genealogy named Kwame. He informed him that Kwame's village was a place of peace and tradition, and he was reared with a strong respect for his ancestry. However, his life took a drastic change when a party of explorers from a faraway place came, trying to capture and enslave the residents of Kwame's town. Despite a gallant effort, Kwame was arrested and brought far away from his birthplace, estranged from his family and culture. He resisted these adventurers with all his strength. They changed his name from Kwame to Jeff. But Kwame resisted this and would constantly proclaim it to the face of his possessors that his name is Kwame. He does this because where he originated from, people feel that their name is their identity and changing their name means altering who they are. After numerous battles to return back to his own country which were futile, Kwame murdered himself one hot afternoon because he feels that he rather dies than become a slave in a strange land. For a fighter can't be made less of who he is. After listening to the narrative, he recognized that that portion of the jungle where he hears those voices was the same spot where Kwame was abducted. This incident definitely taught him a major lesson about Africans' feeling of pride and dignity. He realized as well that he could be the reincarnation of Kwame, for all the traits with which his father described Kwame were same with his. He decided to become a warrior and live like his ancestor Kwame. Determined to uphold his ancestors' tradition, Manari devoted his life to conserving the rainforest and working for the rights of indigenous people. He became a spokesperson for environmental conservation and a proponent of cultural preservation, bridging the gap between his Amazonian ancestry and the African origins of his ancestor, Kwame. In this narrative, Manari's trip becomes a strong symbol of resilience, cultural identity, and the connectivity of all people, transcending time and boundaries in the spirit of togetherness and environmental care. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell to get notified when we post another amazing tale. See you next time, and don't forget to tell us what you think about the story. See ya!